Sagittarius, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I'm shuffling the guardian angel cards. We're going to pull an angel card for advice before we get started on this reading. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. One more little shuffle and we are ready to pull you out an angel card. Okay. Let's find out. What do they have for you? What kind of advice? For Sagittarius. It's right there. Sagittarius. It's card number, a win-win solution. I'm going to read it to you. There's strength in diversity. By blending the ideas of other people with your own, you can often come up with a solution that's magnificent. Start by focusing on the aspects that everyone agrees upon, and then open your mind to compromise and working together. Stay balanced and seek out a moderate approach. Card number, like I said. Wow. So keep that in mind for advice for this reading. Could be very helpful for some of you. So I'm going to shuffle these cards. If any fall out, I'm putting them back in the deck. They're very slippery until I'm ready to pull them out. So let's go through these cards here a minute. Sagittarius. Find out what the universe has for you. Let's find out just what it is you need to know. Sagittarius. Your weekly reading. A little shuffle. Okay. Sagittarius, we're ready. Let's get started. Please, universe, please let Sagittarius know what they can expect coming into their lives, what's leaving their lives, what advice do they need, and if there's something hidden that needs to be revealed, we would really like to know what that is. Sagittarius, please. There we go. Let's see what we got. So I put the cards down in the same order that they come out of the deck. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Take from it what does resonate, or perhaps think about getting a private reading. I do well on the private readings, and if you just shoot me an email, we can get started, and you can find the email address right below this video. So we have a few cards left for the second part of this reading. So Sagittarius, the overall energy of this reading is the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. Waiting and waiting and waiting for something to come to fruition. It's definitely a relationship. You're getting very disappointed in the waiting for this relationship to move forward. So this is where we're starting in this reading. We have the Five of Cups up in your highest energy. Very disappointed in love. Cups are spilled. But look, there's two cups of hope right above you here. So these are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. Waiting and waiting. And you're getting more and more disappointed as you wait, okay, for this relationship to take off. It's actually breaking your heart. I have the Three of Swords. You're feeling just, it's heartbreak. There's probably tears being cried over this. It's because you have love and they're not acting much like they do. All the waiting is tearing you apart. I have the Page of Pentacles next to the Three of Swords. Yeah, you're ready for a future. You're ready for the beginnings of, you need to know that there's a future, at least taking the steps forward. Page is a young energy. You want to move to the next level towards your future with this person. You have a pentacle you could offer, for security and stability. But I don't think they're acting like they're that interested, and that is hurting your heart. I have the Justice card under the Five of Cups and next to the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card for Libra. Libra could be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But here you are, you're trying to stay as balanced as possible. You have this sword hanging down in front of you for self-protection. I feel like you're going to do some self-justice here for yourself. I think you're trying to get yourself rebalanced, that this whole thing is throwing you off balance. I have the Two of Swords on the other side, the Seven of Pentacles, and under the Page of Pentacles. Here's the Moon. So the Moon, you don't even know it's there because you have a blindfold on. And your heart is guarded, your swords are up, and you're just not dealing with the situation. You're like hoping it just works its way out. But the Moon is trying to show you a path forward. So as long as you're in this state, you will not be moving forward because there is a path waiting you. And you're also blindfolded in the Justice card. If you look at that, on both sides of the overall energy, you're not really seeing... it's possible, if you took the blindfold off, you would be able to see and understand why this relationship is not coming to fruition. It is breaking your heart. I have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is under the Justice card. There's a lot of opinions coming in. These are conversations. But you have your own wand too, and it's like you will listen to whoever you think might, have something to offer that could be helpful for you. So, somebody might be saying, open your eyes. It's, pay attention, how they're treating you or something, because that, actions speak louder than words. Has anybody told you that lately? But I feel like you're just kind of picking and choosing who you're listening to, which is fine. The people who are trying to come in here do care about you, but you can't handle all those opinions. I mean, there's a lot. I have the Four of Pentacles next to the Seven of Wands and under the Seven of Pentacles. I think some of them are saying, hold on to your pentacles, don't be like signing, co-signing for someone, don't be loaning them money, don't be, hang on to what you've got right now and see where this goes. So hang on to your pentacles. You have some pentacles. Don't give them up. You're in this Two of Pentacles energy under the Two of Swords and next to the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're kind of like trying to stay balanced here again on one foot. You got two pentacles here, and it's kind of wishy-washy. It's like, sometimes you feel like that it will come to fruition. Other times you feel like it never will. So if you just dealt with it a little bit more than what you've been doing, because I really feel like these two cards are significant here about why a relationship is not coming to fruition. And it is about truth. It's about clarity. It's about justice. It's about fairness. You can't be the only one giving to a relationship. It won't work that way. Take out the rest of this reading. Need a few more cards. Okay. Oh, there's an extra one. We actually got an extra card for your reading. Fine, we'll read it. All right. So, Sagittarius. I have the Knight of Wands next to the Page of Pentacles. I think this person kind of runs in and out of your life. You're hoping that they run in and stay one of these times. But they disappoint you every time they run out. They run in with a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, and they run out with a staff of passion, male or female. All cards are male or female. And so they're flighty. They're not grounded. You want to be grounded. You need something more tangible here. I have the Nine of Pentacles next to the Knight of Wands. Now, this is your highest energy line. So I do think that this is you. You're good being single. Don't give yourself some credit here. You have pentacles. Remember, you're hanging on to pentacles here. And people are telling you to hang on to your pentacles. Don't hand them out. Don't get rid of them. You worked really hard for your pentacles. So you're a very stable and balanced person, and you're looking for that in return. So you're very self-assured too. You know what your worth is. Don't let somebody take advantage of that. I have the King of Pentacles next to the Nine of Pentacles. This is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. Wow, look at that big pentacle there. Look at that. And then we had the Page of Pentacles over here. I wonder if whoever this is, or there's someone new coming in. I need to keep reading. I know you have tons of pentacles. I have no doubt. You can be good on your own. I think that you just, you really want someone to share your life with. You thought maybe it was this Knight of Wands. Let me keep reading. I have the Page of Cups under the Knight of Wands and next to the Two of Swords. Yeah, it feels like all they had to offer is this cup with a fish in it. This can be the card for Pisces because of the fish. But, this is a young energy, Page of Cups. And they're not handing it out. It's like, they have like a half a cup of love, but they're not even really handing it out. And I think you've been ignoring that. It feels like they've just been taking advantage of your good graces. That's how it feels to me so far. And here's the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is under the Nine of Pentacles and next to the Page of Cups. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So there you are. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. But also, this is the most passionate card in the whole deck. You're a very passionate person, and passions can get you into romantic trouble. Because sometimes it's hard to hold back your passions. And I think you were very passionate about this person. I mean, wherever you put your love, you put your passion, no matter what it is. So, you're very grounded, you're very secure, you have a lot of passion, but, and you can deliver, but I don't think they're delivering at all, okay? I have the Moon next to the Queen of Wands and under the King of Pentacles. The Moon is the card for Pisces, so there you go again. Could be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But the Moon here is shining a light in the darkness to try to show you a path forward. It's a card of enlightenment. It's a card of hidden things being revealed. There's something that's something that's going to come to you. You're going to realize about this relationship, something that you haven't dealt with, is going to be enlightened to you. I have the Queen of Cups under the Page of Cups, and right next to the Two of Pentacles. Wow. They haven't been handing you. I think it's because you haven't talked about it. I think it's because you've been ignoring the issues here at hand. But the Queen of Cups is looking into her cup for love answers. They've been trying to sort through their feelings. They do have love for you. They've been trying to figure it out. Because they are kind of immature in their thinking, they're really trying to sort through their feelings. I don't think they quite understand what they're feeling. That is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer again. That could be Pisces. I mean, there's a lot of Pisces, but there's Cancer or Scorpio too, and other, earth energies and things. But I have the Ace of Pentacles next to the Queen of Cups and under the Queen of Wands. Now the kings and queens are very mature in their thinking. So I feel like the Page of Cups is becoming more mature in their thinking here. That they are starting to realize their feelings. They're just kind of like coming around to this place where they're starting to realize that they're falling in love with you. Wow, I'm surprised to see that because you have not been dealing with it. I have the Ace of Pentacles next to the Queen of Cups and under the Queen of Wands. I think they're going to make you an offer. I think this is the offer that you've been waiting for. Waiting, that's, how the reading started. Waiting for, groundedness, waiting for commitment, security. They're going to make that offer. They're going to take the next step forward with you if you'll let them. I have the Queen of Swords next to the Ace of Pentacles and right under the Moon. And being enlightened, it's like you finally, look, no blindfold. Look, both these, blindfold, finally take your blindfold off and you demand the truth and clarity. And I think that is where are we headed? I have love for you. Do you have love for me? Are you just running in and out of my life for as long as I let you? What is going on here? Very demanding. This is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Like I said, it's very strong Libra. And we have Libra here. Yeah, but look at her face. I mean, that is like very much being guarded and seeking that truth and that clarity. And that's what the moon, that's what you're being enlightened about. Your path forward is seeking that truth and clarity from them. They've been hiding something, and they have been hiding something. Their feelings. They've been hiding their feelings, and there could be something else also that they've been hiding. But the bottom line is things are going to be changing. I was really surprised to see it turn out this way, but it looks like they will reveal how they truly feel about you instead of just taking you for granted. Because I think you allowed them to come running in, running out, and so they just kept doing it that way. And now that you're making some sort of demands and standing up for yourself and your self-worth, they're going to want some type of commitment too. They want to offer you what you need to stay in this relationship. And there is love here. So, oh gosh. Sagittarius, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot. And I want to thank my guardian angels and spirit guides for helping me deliver you this message.